Why engage in virtual outreach? Well, there's lots of reasons. One is that it's often cheaper and less time intensive than traditional outreach, right? Right now we're all at a conference that we're attending virtually. And I'm a big fan of in person, but I also know that, there's cost, there's travel, it's time intensive. Again, travel is a cost, right? Price of gas, certainly. And it also takes time. You got to get in a car and go where you're going. Think about when you work from home, how much time you save just on your commute. So in that respect, rather, virtual can be cheaper, it can be more affordable, and we're all dealing with limited budgets. It's also the preferred format for some. I'm sure you've discovered this even with your programming. Some people prefer the virtual format over the physical, and so it's good to have options. It's good to engage people in their preferred format. Obviously, social distancing protocols are all over the place. It's a little bit patchwork in our federal system, but social distancing is important still, and this affords you that opportunity. And we're talking about the present pandemic. We don't know what the future brings. You always want to be prepared for any eventuality. And if we experience a public health crisis again, certainly you want to be in a position of having established virtual outreach as an option. The other thing is it's scalable and it can be easier to coordinate. Virtual outreach, think about in-person outreach. I have to work within the constraints of my physical space, and I might have a small building. And my virtual space can be far larger. I might not have a room that can seat 100 people, but in the virtual, I can do that. I can have 500 people in a Zoom room. And it can be easier to coordinate. We're taking travel out of the equation. We're taking, you don't have to meet me in the middle between you and I if you're in another state or you're across the county. If your transportation isn't reliable, the physical space versus the virtual space, we're all kind of able to reach, a little bit easier. And then the other thing is, as so much of our programming and our services and our collections go digital, it's helpful to engage people in a virtual space because we're going digital to digital, right? I'm not handing you a piece of paper that says log on to www.library.org. It's you're already on the platform and I'm presenting content that's digital in nature oftentimes. So that can be advantageous when it comes to virtual outreach.